That shit crazy as a bishop camera with his bag. You know what the fuck
Yo, nigga got a lighter?
I got one. It's a bad one. I got one.
Oh, you got one. Upstairs is a long walk.
A barbecue lighter.
That shit is upstairs.
I got two.
My dumb ass did that shit yesterday.
Spy Army.
Bow.
We back at it like a crack addict.
Fresh.
Out of rehab. Feel me? Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know who it is. No introduction needed by this time. Feel me? There's no introduction needed. If you don't know us, go to the old episodes, man. It's that boy Trip. And I'm in here with my brother.
Cute.
I'm about to say, you about to throw up?
Don't fucking cue the music, baby. Man, it's another episode, man.
Kouch Potatoes. It's upstairs. We always in the attic.
You know what I mean?
Feel me?
What's niggas been like, man? It's been a lot going on since we last filmed the show. I mean, last time we filmed the show, I think, shit. Last time we filmed the show, I want to say,
Food truck ready.
nah, I'm going to say who was still locked up. Everybody. Shout out Trump party niggas.
Oh yeah, you shouted your niggas out on the last episode.
You know what I'm saying? Shout my niggas out,
Creasley and them. Creasley and Larry Hoover. They said that.
Larry Hoover is still in jail.
That's what I was about to say. They said the nigga
That
Larry
nigga
Hoover got
they pardoned
federal
his
pardon.
life sentences. That's it. Nigga still got 4,000 years left.
And then they said that nigga got pardoned from federal jail to go to state jail.
That's it. That nigga went from having to go to do hard time to like luxury. But like niggas who've been in the pen to tell you, like that shit is definitely a difference. Like that max federal shit is when you get to some shit where you just at a state level, it's so much chiller. Cause you in there with niggas who want still on bullshit, but a lot of them niggas, they gotta go home. They trying to go home soon.
I ain't gonna lie though, it's really depending on where you at.
That's
like
really
you
where
said,
you at.
the maximum fed is some bullshit.
It
you know,
is.
that's a 23 and 1
23
type of
and 1.
jail.
Ain't no violence happening in them places because there's no way to do it. You're in yourself for 23 days, 23 hours a day. Who you gonna hurt? Yourself. That's it. The only nigga you hurting is yourself. Suicide watch, nigga.
But they got the fed camps though.
Oh, for sure.
For
sure. First
they
timers.
call them the white collar niggas.
You feel me? Yeah. For little niggas that, you know what I'm saying, they do embezzling and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You still in the cup. I mean, hey, go to shop.
You gotta go up there. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta go up. You can't
go up.
You can't steal 500 federal.
I'm saying, you still, when you start 500K, the nigga, when you start doing embezzlement, fuck scamming. That shit is just translated to embezzlement. The white term. That shit is the white language is embezzlement. Niggas call it scamming, white people call it embezzlement. But that's really what that shit is.
Hey, I'm gonna sneak this money over here real quick.
The term cleaning or laundering money came from crackers. Alright? That shit came from crackers. Nigga, the fuck are they talking about?
I swear to God though, man.
That food stamps, welfare was created for them crackers.
Not that ass.
And y'all are still, to this day, the largest people on that shit.
It's just an inner city area.
It's just that yeah, I'm saying more
but
prevalent.
old ass white people be on EBT and all that.
God, nigga, I work at Walmart as a cashier. I know. I know. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, but shit, man. I know you heard about that. I know you heard about Young Boy going in the man-made waterfall that I just found out today.
We're gonna clarify. He is not talking about NBA Young Boy. There was a child.
Actual 5.
There was a 5-year-old child. Now here in the town, there was a 5-year-old child. 2 days ago, he ran like he was with his mom, but you know how kids run away from their parents and just got too far ahead. You know, kid is clumsy, and some way, somehow, he stumbled and tumbled, and his ass went into the Genesee River. And I'm not trying to be all no Debbie Downer, but let's be for serious here.
That's pain.
So we all just gonna, we just gonna wish for safe recovery. Yeah. Hopefully, some way he gets found and he's found alive. You know what I mean? But more
prayers out to his family.
For sure, we got prayers out to the family.
Yeah, prayers up to the family too, for sure, man.
And I think that's some crazy shit. Again, I don't have kids, but I got 2 god kids, right? So, his kids. So I got 2 god kids. Just make sure we understand that. Yeah. So so like I couldn't imagine we out and about. And I know Smoochie, she take up a show, you know what I mean? But like I couldn't.
And I'm eagle-eyed.
I just can't understand. Like, how do you allow where were you at for your child to even
just spin off and fall?
Just like, come on, like, fuck was you? What fuck was you doing?
That's a fact, though. You can see that ashtray right there. Open that shit.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. That was definitely crazy. But yeah, that's some wild shit. Man.
You know what I'm saying? There's always something in Rochester, but you never think that when you wake up the last day that you see your child, It's gonna be 30 seconds before you never see him again.
Nah, for sure though.
A parent should never have to bury their child. Never.
But hopefully Brody ain't dead. Hopefully little bro.
So we gonna keep our, everything up, everything in high spirits.
Yeah, we on the optimistic side.
Yeah, for sure.
We're definitely on the optimistic side of it. You know what I mean? So, shit, other than that.
What you feel about that shit being man-made? You made a good point. What you mean this shit is man-made?
Bro, them niggas bought the shit of me, bro. I thought that was a real waterfall the whole time I've been living here.
Well, your eyes clearly don't work. Cause nigga, you can see the levees and the dams. Like you can see they can literally drop the shit and stop the water.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know how. Cause like if you coming from, if you coming from Henrietta and you hit that E-way right there and you look to the right like you going to the airport, right over there, you can just drop that shit and stop the water from flowing.
Oh no, yeah, I know. That's not that.
That's exactly all I'm connected.
You talking about it's two of them. It's two of them. It's like that's not that. That's not what that is. That's the water elevator. It's a water elevator that exists. A boat go into it. And then let water in to rise up to go to the next level.
But even if you
that's what that is.
Let's say you down here on St. Paul by the bridge, you could dead ass you could see that shit it's a little
St. Paul.
Yeah, it's a little shit that they got with the water dead ass just like that shit. You just labor the damn nigga, just put the shit down and that's that on that.
Yeah,
nigga, I know funny shit.
Like I said, I ain't know. I thought that shit was a real water.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, nigga. Every dam in America is like that. Every dam, every waterway, all of that shit is man-made.
Yeah, see, I know the Hoover Dam is man-made.
For sure, nigga.
I know beavers ain't make that. I know beavers ain't make that shit.
Nigga, all these shit.
That's why the blood fast.
All that shit, nigga. I'm also chatting. That shit is all that shit, man. Like I told you earlier, nigga, that shit like electricity, nigga. How the fuck do we have a company that controls some shit that they can't control?
I got some thoughts on that, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie.
Let the people hear it.
What I really think is going on is because they gotta be tapped into some type of electricity to provide electricity. Feel me? So I honestly think that I'm not gonna say like an arc reactor. It's not like an arc reactor or nothing like that, but they gotta have like some type of free energy shit that's creating energy to disperse to the time. They just making money off free energy.
It's called heat.
Nah, that's called. They don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna charge them. That's what that's called. That's literally gatekeeping.
Oh God, at its finest. At its fucking finest, nigga.
They don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna charge them. I'm gonna charge them to do it for them.
To do it for them.
That's exactly for them.
Hey,
if necessary.
Like a mechanic.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you said you don't know how to.
Oh, you don't know how to change
the fuse? You need to change the fuses. That shit is on a box that you can just open and change and take out and put back in yourself. It's $150
for a part that costs this big.
The shit only like $10. You could dead ass go to AutoZone and buy a pack of them shits. Mm-hmm. They come in a pack, my nigga. So you got backups for the backups to the backups.
You know that nigga Meek be fucking around with the sound systems and shit. So I didn't got
my granddad.
All that shit.
My granddad, he make I was at a big mechanic. He makes he like the general manager down in Carolina of the Hyundai facility, the plant. He make Hyundais. So like now you don't know, you can tell niggas how to make that shit, but
yeah, because he's supervisor.
Yeah, he said, but he's like, he said he actually don't like being a supervisor because he like the hands-on shit. He said he don't like being lazy.
Yeah, I was about to say probably
that shit be They said, nigga, I'm just sitting in my office twiddling my thumbs. Yeah. But he the one that talks about.
He older, so it ain't like he on his phone all day.
Nigga 70. He ain't on Twitter all day. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga don't got no movies to watch.
Yeah, at all. And if he do, that nigga watching. Nigga, Prairie in the House. I'm out like Little House on the Prairie or some shit.
That nigga watching westerns.
Dead eyes. That nigga watching MASH.
For fun though.
Oh God, I can't. Yo, you know what? I can't chat though because
you a Sanford and Son.
I'm a Sanford and Son in Colombo and Perry Mason. Leave it to Beaver, Wally and Miss Cleaver. Come on, them niggas is nice.
I'm not gonna lie to. I'm thinking the oldest shit I probably watch.
And Sanford Son is top 5 funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Top five as far as like if I could just do an all time greatest sitcoms.
Go ahead.
I don't have a. All right, number one. I got an order. Number one, Fresh Prince. And anybody know me?
The funniest show you
ever seen about Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince. Like here's what I'm gonna say. Yes, to answer that. And there's 2 shows funnier than Martin. That niggas need to start putting Fresh Prince.
I know you're gonna say. I already know the other one. I'm gonna say it for you. Cause just because I already know you gonna say Jamie Foxx show.
The Wayans brothers.
Okay. Wayans brothers is funnier than Martin.
Yes,
I know. Like,
show.
Don't die, Darius. Don't die.
Jamie,
don't die.
What that nigga said? That nigga told that nigga said, "Stop making that noise." That nigga said. That nigga said, "Stop screaming. Stop making that noise." That is really one of the funniest episodes.
I'm not gonna lie, that motion was a little crazy.
Pause. That nigga's freaky dicky.
Nah, but anyways, I'm trying to save you from the fans, because the fans, they gonna be on your ass.
Yeah. Pause. God damn.
Pause. Pause. The fans, the internet will be on your ass. Pause again.
But number one, and I don't even want to say just like funny. I'm talking like funny, but also like just being a dope ass show.
You fucking with it.
Yeah.
Funny,
Fresh Prince is one of them. Like Fresh Prince is number one.
Fresh Prince and Wayans brothers. We hear that show.
Number 2 is My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids funny as a bitch. That's the most underrated sitcom.
Yeah, on God. My Wife and Kids is number 2 for me. It's just for me. Number 3 is Sanford and Son. Number 4 is where I put in the Jamie Foxx show. Number 5 is where I put in Martin.
Oh, because I was about to say, you don't even got Martin top 5.
Martin makes the top 5. It's just like, he's funnier, but like I said, if I had to do, like, he's more important. Like, Martin really had a lot, like, for the culture. Like, outside of he did a lot for the culture.
Everything
like,
the culture.
Everything.
All his episodes was based off
not even just so much off of, like, even if the episode wasn't, his attire was Morehouse.
His attire was
Atlanta.
Or he had some other culture in it.
Yep.
The episode.
So that's the shit I fuck with. And when you look at Wayne's Bros, I feel like that's the one thing they was lacking.
Culture. Well, what's the name was the culture in that?
SWV. You had Pops. You had Marlon.
Marlon was the culture in that because he was wearing like tempos, pimping, shit like that. Feel me, like.
Yeah, he was fly. Marlon was one of the niggas that like.
He was
when they were talking about like
he had to kick some. He was wearing baggy ass.
When niggas be talking about Will was fly and Martin was fly, Marlon was another nigga that was really putting shit together.
Yeah, they had Marlon dressing. He just was a little brother.
That was it. But what's your 5, man? What's your 5?
5 funniest shows.
Top 5. Yeah, top 5. These like your 5 shows you could watch. You know what I mean?
I can watch these shits all the time. They definitely gonna be sitcoms. I ain't even gonna lie. Like the Shameless, the Weeds, and all that shit. That shit not about to make it. Curb Your Enthusiasm, shit like that. That shit not about to make it. But it's gonna be Martin, Fresh Prince, Jamie Foxx show, My Wife and Kids, and 5th I got Bernie Mac show.
Okay, Bernie Mac is definitely one.
Bernie Mac show funny as fuck.
Bernie funny as a bitch. So,
who you with?
You feel me? Who's with ya? America, look at this. Look at this, America. Look at this. Look at this, America. America, kids. Run crazy now. Yeah, America. Look at this, man.
What's your favorite Fresh Prince episode?
First one.
The first one? Okay.
The very first episode is the reason why I learned it. I took a liking to learning how to play the piano. Because in the very first episode, the niggas don't remember, that's when he got there, they threw the party, and he got in trouble. And after arguing with Uncle Phil, because Uncle Phil was pretty much telling him, like, you ain't nothing really more than just a knucklehead nigga from the hood.
Exactly
like, you don't,
what I thought you was.
You was, yeah, like, you just exactly how I thought you was. You don't really understand the finest and the essence of elegance. And so the Grand Marquis piano was there. And if I'm not mistaken, he started playing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, which is not an easy play.
Nah.
That's
fair.
Nah, that's Beethoven.
That?
Nah.
That's what you just said.
That is. Yeah. That's Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, and that shit is not easy to fucking play at all. And he did it one hand. That shit typically requires 2. So and then you see Phil come back into the room and kind of be like, "Oh, maybe I was wrong," and I don't know why, but that and maybe like when Carlton joined the gang.
That shit was funnier than a bitch.
That
nigga Carlton was the leader of the game.
Oh God, he was. That nigga Will left him there for one day. My son came back the next day, Coochie down, bandana, shades on.
What? He had the flannel on. I thought he had the flannel on.
Yeah, nah. It wasn't a flannel. Yeah, he had on like some Gucci, like it was like silk shit he had on. With the shades, the chain on, what do you call this stuff?
I forgot his name.
See something. That shit was.
I forgot his name, but I know that episode. Nigga was in the Jacks.
Nigga was in the
Jacks. What? That nigga was.
Had them niggas ready to beat Will the fuck up.
He was in like somewhere. He was in like Nickerson Gardens.
Like he was like he was. I think it was He was MacGyver. He was in MacGyver Park. He was in MacGyver Park, nigga.
Yeah.
And nigga Will said, I don't even go to MacGyver Park.
Why the fuck is Carlton?
Nigga Carlton.
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite episode is the episode when Carlton took the speed.
I was gonna say that's third. That's another episode when he took them drugs. That's another episode. That's when Will was acting. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I lied. My second favorite episode. My favorite episode still is the first one, but I think the only thing that really can rival that, honestly can rival that, is the scene when his dad ain't want him no more. There's no scene in the cinema better than that, because that was improvised. None of that was in the script. That's why James Avery didn't have no lines. If y'all niggas really watch the show, that is why James Avery couldn't say shit. All he could do was just knock the hat off and genuinely hug him. Because that came from Will's soul. Fuck whatever was probably on the script written, because I'm pretty sure that was some shit he was supposed to say. Will said, nah, this shit hit home.
Nah, for real though.
I'ma say some shit that I really want to say. And I felt that shit hit me because niggas know I don't fuck with my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, we've been best friends for 30,000 years. Nigga, I don't think you've ever seen my dad once.
I tell you, I bet your dad one time. I'm not gonna lie. Post. I bet your dad on post one time.
See? In 30 years, he's met my father once.
Yeah.
And just think about that. We've been best friends.
This nigga called my dad seniors. The same shit I call my dad.
Like, you know, we don't call my dad nothing. Like, my dad doesn't have a name. So, like, that just lets y'all know, like, I felt that shit to my soul when Will was going off about it. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. That shit.
You talking about watching as a daughter or
as a kid? As a kid, like, when I watched that shit as a kid, I cried. Now watching it as a daughter, it just hit home. But as a kid, nigga, I'm talking about that shit hit home too hard, nigga. I'm like, hey, yo, boys. I'm like, hey, yo.
Yeah,
I feel you,
though.
That was some gangster shit right there. Nigga said, I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids with a beautiful woman, and there ain't gonna never be nothing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. Why he don't want me no more, man? That shit, nigga. Huss!
Type shit.
What's your favorite Martin episode?
My favorite Martin episode is it's either the one when they was telling the story about how him and Gina met. That shit too funny. That one, or either when the nigga wouldn't pay his rent and his heat and all that shit got cut off. And that nigga rent only went up like $5. That nigga was on some cheeks. Nigga said that bitch freezing, bro. Everybody had on winter coats, bro.
He was on some fucking what's the name shit? The nigga from what's the father?
Julius. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I really lied. I really was lying. I was thinking about it. My real favorite episode is when him and Pam switched places. When they was hypnotized, she was like, yo, what up? My dog. And then she started doing the poses. Splat out. Check me out. What's up? You trying to go down to Nipsey, shoot some pool? What? That's really my favorite episode.
My favorite Martin.
Well, they wasn't switching places.
But I know what you mean. Like,
she was acting like Martin, then not acting like Martin.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's my favorite.
My favorite Martin episode, I think, would probably have to be when that nigga got robbed. When they had got robbed by the police officer. That shit was probably my favorite episode. Cause that nigga had the meeting about how they had the town hall meeting with all the people, the residents and shit like that. And he was like, oh man, this is a safe place. Then like 30 minutes later, like by the same guy.
Other shit that was funny when he thought Pam set him up and then nigga helped Method Man rob him.
Yeah.
He's like, yo man, actually, what's your name, man? So I can tell Pam. He's like giving him all this shit. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. It's the method. He's like, Method Man. Sound more like a rapper than a robber.
That shit was funny.
And the one when he was acting like he was vegan, nigga order all the wings at Nipsey's.
Oh no!
Oh, you just gonna dip it in blue cheese like that?
Nah, when Pam and her sister had a twin,
the twin
that shit was a funny.
Yeah,
that actually was a funny episode too, though. That actually was funny. Hey, I just say this, man. Growing up back in our days, we had some shit to watch. Like niggas had some shit to watch. Like
this bullshit.
Like nigga, think about it. Like fuck all that shit. Like we don't see grown people shit, right? Like nigga, our cartoons. Nigga, what? Look at our kids shows eat week, nigga.
I haven't seen nothing on TV better than Avatar.
I've never seen nothing on TV better than fucking Philadelphia. Nah, I ain't gonna eat.
Now I'm saying like now, like the.
I don't even watch TV now. That's why
I'm saying like I be fucking around with the kids and shit. So,
watch Bluey and shit.
Like no, that shit don't get no play on my pad.
Nigga, don't fuck with the dogs.
That shit don't get no play.
Fuck with Blue Blues.
No, that shit don't get no play in my house because it ain't the same. Anything that's not the same from when I was younger don't get no play.
Yeah,
I show the old episodes.
I feel it. That's why I only watch none of them new shits like
over that.
I'm new Fresh Prince. I ain't watching that shit, nigga.
That's what I've been meaning to ask you. Do you fuck with the reboot?
No, I don't fuck with no reboot. Because
you don't fuck with the reboot?
Nah, nigga, I told you that before. I don't fuck with none of that shit. I don't give a fuck how fire niggas be telling me, yo, that shit, you got. I won't.
I'm not gonna lie, the first season was tough. I didn't see the second season, I won't lie. I don't know if they on season 3 or not, but I'm gonna tap into the second season.
I'm not gonna tap in at all. I don't be fucking with that
you gotta watch,
at
least watch the first season. The nigga is not Will Smith at all.
I know that's why I'm not watching.
Right.
Niggas is gay, all type of shit, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like Jeffrey's a murderer, all type of shit. Like, come on, that shit ain't the fucking Batman.
Cleaning up.
Fucking family's business, nigga.
Yeah, cleaning shit up. Fuck you.
This is not family's business. But shout out to them niggas in family business. That shit is OD fire. That's
what I heard. I read the book. Everybody told me to watch the show.
Shout out Carl Webb. That shit fire. If y'all niggas haven't watch Family Business and watch Family Business New Orleans. That shit fire too. But like I said, man, back in the day we had like Disney Channel. When I watch Disney Channel now, there's not a single TV show. I ain't even gonna say that's so Raven because we know there's not a single show out that's touching that. But I tell you right now, there hasn't been a single show that I've seen in the last, I even be generous, 10 years. 10 years is better than Even Stevens.
And that was
better than
that was low tier.
Hey,
and that's low tier.
I ain't seen a TV show yet better than the Lizzie McGuire show.
Lizzie McGuire was fake tough. I ain't gonna
that
lie.
shit was Cadet Kelly. Like, stop playing with us. Nigga, what? Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, the toughest shits on Disney Channel back in our days was
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Everything Sweet Life, nigga. Niggas could have been on a boat, a moat, nigga, a float, nigga. It didn't matter, nigga. Lakers and fire.
I'ma just drink for that.
Nigga, we had the best shows ever, nigga.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb was really that shit.
Phineas and Ferb is still that shit.
That shit had me still watching cartoons in like the 8th grade. I'm like, damn, I can't shake this Phineas and Ferb shit.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit still got me watching cartoons now.
I show my kids.
I fuck with Phineas, you know what I'm saying? But like, nigga, we had Dave the Barbarian, Kim Possible.
Yeah, Kim Possible.
Niggas was, there's not a show, there's not.
Even Disney Channel movies was better.
Oh, what, nigga? Twitches? 1 and 2? Cheetah Girls? Anyways.
I'm being dead ass.
I ain't saying, but what I'm saying is, it's a lot of niggas out there like me, real niggas, who watch Cheetah Girls faithfully.
Yeah, high school musical niggas.
Oh, I watched that too. Nigga, I watched Sky High. Nigga,
I did fuck with Sky High.
I watched that, and that shit was tough.
I fucked with Sky High.
And that shit was fire.
Yeah, Sky High was fire.
And it's crazy because the little nigga that's in Sky High ended up growing up to play mad superhero movies.
Word.
Yeah, the nigga that sit there, I think he played like the nigga that either run real fast or he like could freeze nigga, but he like the main villain. He a young nigga. I think his name like Evan.
Is he the same dude that was in Percy Jackson?
No, he's the same nigga that was also Evan Peters is his name.
Oh,
Evan Peters, yeah. So he was in American Horror Story. If anybody watched that, he was in that shit. But he was also like I think he was also Quicksilver. And if you watch WandaVision, he's her little brother. He's Pietro.
Okay.
That nigga. So yeah, but like I said, you know what I mean? I'm tapping the cartoons. I'm tapped in, nigga. We do this shit for real, man. Back them cartoons back in Billy and Mandy.
Billy and Mandy, I fucked with that. With the Grim Reaper, right? Grim Adventures.
What? Come on, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That shit was funnier than bitch. Billy was really dumb as fuck.
While we was coming up though, something else that was booming. It was like the beginning of it. It was like the hood movies, the low budget movies and shit like that.
Oh,
which one is it? You know what's the best one of all time?
Tell me.
Snow on the Bluff. Snow on the Bluff.
Okay.
Is the greatest.
Let me ask you this.
Low budget hood movie.
Are we considering Paid in Full and Shot as
low? All that shit is in there. I'm talking about as far as like most entertaining.
I'm just saying
you know what the goat is.
Because
you
Paid in Full.
You know Belly is.
Nah, Paid in Full is the greatest movie ever made.
I'm not gonna lie. Nah.
Then it goes Belly. I swear to God.
Belly.
Paid in Full is the greatest movie ever made.
The greatest movie ever made.
By like I'm talking about hood movie. Greatest hood movie
ever made.
Ever low budget.
Nah.
Yes.
Oh, low budget. Okay, low budget. Because what I was about to say was not low budget.
Oh, what was you about to say?
American Gangster.
Oh yeah, that.
Damn sure ain't low budget.
I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. That shit is a great movie. Niggas been won Oscars for that shit. Niggas won Academy Awards for that shit. That is an Academy Award winning movie. So
for real, bro.
That shit didn't even fit the conversation.
That's why I said it's not low budget.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, not talking about like low, like on the same topic.
Yeah, like you said, a shot to a belly.
A belly or that's why like I asked because the other
Snow on the Bluff.
You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, I fuck with Snow on the Bluff, but that shit not better than Paid in Full.
Well, I say this then: it's not better than those movies, but it's damn sure the funniest.
Oh, for sure.
It's top 5.
That shit had niggas really thinking that shit was real.
That's what I'm saying. It's top 5.
That movie was so great that you really thought that was a real movie.
Like niggas thought his baby mom really died.
Like really got killed. Like no, niggas really thought
so much.
Niggas really thought he went and sprayed that nigga house up on camera. Nigga recorded the crime.
The robbery.
All
that. Robberies.
Like nigga, what?
I went to tell him about your favorite part.
Nigga blowing down the fucking middle of the. That's the best part of the movie. Niggas in the middle of the street on the cliff, nigga bowling. Like cars is coming and everything. Niggas really bowling in the I'm dying laughing watching this shit. Like, hey, yo, this nigga just going, hey, yo, ain't no way.
That nigga just
nigga really threw a real life bowling ball right down the middle of the street, and I'm like, nah.
He ain't do that.
He ain't do that. Cars coming. How he ain't hit a car is really outstanding. That's the part that really was blowing my mind. Pause. Like, no car got hit in the making of this movie. Like, that don't make no sense. I go down my street and do that shit right now. I'm liable to hit a car. I'm liable to hit a car before that shit even leave my fucking driveway. Somebody's lying.
You know what else was funny? Whenever he sent the shorties to go scout the lake, and they came back like that. The niggas that close?
Like, come on, bro. Like,
the niggas that close? Nah, they ain't that. Nah, the niggas that close? They came right back, bro. The first time I seen that shit had me crying after he called up the lake. He said, shit got about 17 ounces. Got some weed, and we got some for the personal use. Like, whoa. What's for the personal use?
Nigga said, you know how you living? Nigga said, we just still smoking, still drinking, still riding. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nigga still
we just
still, nigga, what?
God, bro, that was some of the realest shit.
That was really some of the realest shit I ever heard.
14, 15.
That nigga said, I'm just still drinking.
That's like niggas in New York saying I'm regular.
I'm regular shit, nigga.
Other funny part when he was like, pause. He said, if you ain't the one doing it, it's gonna get done to you.
Oh God!
That shit was, I'm like, damn,
he ain't wrong.
That nigga not wrong
at all, nigga. You either gonna be the one with the gun or one with the bullet.
Oh, for real though. You heard about this shit, nigga? The nigga Bow Wow said. Yeah, swear to God, bro. This nigga Bow Wow said this shit on film, bro. So I'm not capping. The nigga said that he hooped against R. Kelly before. Like in 5-on-5. Cause you know they got him a flirt. Yeah, you know they got him a flirt. Yeah. Bow Wow Willis.
Yep.
So he said while they was in the studio cooking up and all that, he said it had to be damn near when the session was over, cause the time that he said it was. He said the nigga Kels was like, we about to go play basketball. He was imitating the nigga Kels and everything. It's on Teague shit. I ain't called you. It's on Teague shit. He said that the niggas on Kels' team shot 0 for 0 from the field.
Wait, so they didn't shoot at all?
Niggas did not shoot one basket. He said the niggas would. R. Kelly would shoot the ball. Niggas would get a rebound, pass it right back to R. Kelly. Bow Wow team would shoot the ball. R. Kelly team get a rebound, pass it straight to R. Kelly. No matter what happens, nigga, R. Kelly shoots every single shot.
Nah, that's really funny as a bitch. That nigga said his teammate shot 0 for 0 from the field. Niggas got mad cardio.
Hella cardio and assist. Cause somebody had to
somebody got a dime off his lease, you know what I'm saying? Somebody finished with 8 assists.
Somebody got
at least 5.
One person got 13 rebounds.
Somebody at least got 4 fouls. Somebody had.
We gotta stop these niggas. What happened when R. Kelly ain't scored?
Yo, imagine having a wide open layup, but you gotta find Kells. That nigga Kells told me, yo, you scored before this game, you scored in this game, you fired. Yeah, that's nigga. What nigga said? You scored before the game, I'm gonna penal you.
I ain't gonna lie though. If I'm ever getting money with a nigga, and the nigga say, if we go to play basketball, and the nigga say, pass it to me every time, and I ask him, what if I'm wide open?
And that nigga's like, still passing.
What if I'm wide open? At the basket though.
Yo, at the Baja. Nobody's over here. I got the ball in my hand. And you niggas back there.
Still pass that shit to me. I can't fuck with you, girl. I can't fuck with you. Cause you a different type of nigga. You a different type. You don't even want me to score a basket in a basketball game. You don't want me to score a basket. Nah, I can't fuck with you.
No,
I cannot fuck with you.
That nigga's
bro.
too selfish.
I swear to God, bro. I ain't gonna lie though, but yo.
I got a question for niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas.
Cause I gotta take it. Go ahead though.
But I wanted to say, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas be getting into a lot of controversial topics. You know, niggas like us stay away from the shit. You know, like we don't really. I know, like for me personally, I tell niggas I don't be on no social media shit. Other than Twitter, other than Twitter, y'all niggas not gonna find me on no social media. Like I'm not that type of. I don't be fucking with that shit. But like, I be in some topics. Yeah, you was, nigga, because that shit really wild funny. Like, niggas really bugging the fuck out.
Cause I got to pass up open laugh, but go ahead.
That shit really wild crazy. But like, yo, I be seeing topics on Twitter. Nah, I won't say that like, cause I know I seen somebody say this. This is not one of the topics I'm getting into, but I will acknowledge this because I will say, I seen somebody say like, oh, niggas on podcasts sometimes get their topics sometimes for Twitter, but won't acknowledge it. But I will say this, yes and no. A lot of this shit sometimes is original. Like when you people like us, like a lot of this shit is just originated. Like that's why when you see us on camera, the shit looks so fluid because it's original. But we're human beings, and we got eyes like y'all motherfuckers got eyes. So we see the shit.
I see?
Like we see the shit that y'all see. The only difference is we not engaging with 4 billion people. We not arguing with. We don't give a fuck. We just gonna see the shit and going about it. We see the shit. So like I be seeing topics where it be like, is it wrong for a woman to buy a man a drink?
No, hell nah. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It be a lot of Let me take a drink before I give y'all this explanation. It be a lot. I be seeing a lot of posts and shit out there. It's not a lot. I lied. I be seeing posts out there every once in a while. It'd be like, niggas is easy as shit. All I gotta do is text you good morning. You're not lying.
Yeah.
You're not lying. If you like me, if you see me in the club and you like the way I look, buy me a drink. I will talk to you all fucking night. Cause I think this is guaranteed. That's the only, feel me? Shit like that.
You know why?
It's not a problem for you to buy a nigga a drink.
You know why? You know why I agree with you? But it's not even about the drink. It's about the fact that we're human beings, right? The one thing that I really hate, like I really just can't fuck with, like, not even like a woman that play hard to get, but so much of like, what's the point of you acting like you don't want to fuck with me? The signs are obvious.
What is the point of
like
it?
The obvious, like the signs
point?
are there. We can obviously, I fuck with you, you fuck with me, you think I'm fly, blah, 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 blah.
Everything that's going on is super duper cohesive.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is copacetic.
It's what we doing, if everybody can see our energy field, it would look like a double helix.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything in this bitch is euphoric. So, like, I never understood, it's not even about women, but people in general. I never understood about why make it hard for some. If I like you and you like me, why would I make it hard for you to like me?
Your man Tibbs.
I'm beating Cat ass. If I'm Tibbs, I'm beating Cat the fuck up. First time I see Cat, I'ma slap his ass. It's the second time you done got me fired. My job was going just fine here in New York until you showed the fuck up. We was making the playoffs, winning 50, 60 games.
I got Jalen Brunson to do Jalen Brunson kind of died on the
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
shit is great. And now you bring your big, doofy, goofy ass here, and I get fired.
Well, we brought you here because they traded for him.
Why? It wasn't his decision. He's the coach. That nigga don't have no. That nigga, you do what I tell you to do. This decision has nothing to do with
you. You talk to the players.
That's what I'm. This. You don't. This is not. This right here is above your pay grade. Do what I pay you to do.
Nah, I'm handle this. Man, he got clout, man. Like I said, he's a winning coach. Like I told you, man.
He's a phenomenal.
Every team he go to, they play.
Tibbs, come to Memphis. We need it.
That nigga.
Tibbs,
bro.
Come to Memphis. Come to Memphis. We need it. KD, don't go to the Rockets. Come to Memphis. We'll make sure you get right. You and John go get. Come on, you and John. We'll even bring you Steven Adams. We'll give you. Come on, man. We'll come to Memphis. But hey,
y'all got better chance at getting Giannis than KD.
We don't have a chance of getting Giannis at all. And I'll tell you why.
Just trade.
You know how I feel about that, but Giannis really has a real interest in playing in Toronto. Like, I keep seeing a lot of reports that he really wants to play in Toronto. Now here's why. I know you said that, but here's what I said. And I said, okay, let me sit back and see. You got Brandon Ingram. You do got Jakob Porter. He's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said you still got. I mean, however you feel about RJ.
Brook Lopez without shooting threes.
Yeah,
but more rebounds too, because Jakob Pearl was walking double.
13 and 12 a game. 13 and 13. He might even give you 10. He might give you 10 and 17. But he's a walking double. So yeah, he's a low budget.
He's better than.
He's a low budget. He's a low budget. He's a low budget Sabonis. That's it.
Low budget.
Low budget Sabonis. He just don't pass as good as Sabonis do. Like Sabonis will get you a triple double.
So you saying he a Hartenstein?
A little better than Hartenstein, but yeah. Like I put him.
Him and Hartenstein in the same.
It's like Alfred Sengun, Jakob Porter 1A or 2A, Hartenstein 2B.
They're the same player.
Type shit, yeah. Like feel me?
That's how you feel.
So like, you know who is ass? Miles Turner. Miles Turner does everything except score and get rebounds. Cause that nigga, well, I said this, he'll get you 6 points a game, but he'll have 2 rebounds.
Get you 6 points a game.
But he'll get you 2 rebounds. 3.
Yeah, he averaged more than 6 in the Western Conference Finals. I mean Eastern Conference Finals. Oops, sorry. I don't know why I said that.
It's been plenty of games he done showed me on my ticket.
But back to Tibbs though, because I told you.
I told you. If I'm him, I'm beating cat ass.
You just was.
Yeah, because there's no reason why I got
that was it.
I told
you should have told me, and that's that.
That's that. Like, I told you once, I'm seeing Cal beat your ass. Like my career was fine until you got here. Like it's your fault I got fired. Like there's nothing that I could do. I mean, here's what I say too.
How do you think it's Cat for? Because that's the only thing that changed. Cat got there and then now I'm gone.
I feel like maybe. Well, here's also what I would say. Tibbs has to change that playing players.
That definitely is a
2
fact.
million minutes a game, right?
That definitely is a fact. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
That would
Kenny
make
Smith said it the best. That nigga would not play 9
players in a baseball game. And that shit had me crying laughing because if you don't understand baseball, there is way more than 9 players on the field at one time. Like you gotta think about the catcher. You got first base, and then you got the pitcher. That's already 6 people. Well, 3 or 5. That's 5.
You said you got the catcher, first base, and the pitcher. Then you said that's 6 people.
Well, that's 3. Well, obviously I'm thinking second base and third base, so that's 5
people.
And then you've got
3 outfielders.
3 outfielders, but you got a midfielder. You got a midfielder. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I'm not gonna go outside.
They don't call him a midfielder. They call him a shortstop. So
yeah,
you got
shortstop.
Yeah,
I definitely know about shortstop. That's 9 players.
Right, I think there's.
It's only 9 players.
Yeah. So what he's saying is, you're not gonna play.
It's gonna be
nobody.
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
not gonna be a third baseman.
It's not gonna be a right outfielder. That shit is really funny as fuck. That shit had me.
And there's gonna be no catcher.
No catcher. That shit had. That nigga said Tibbs wouldn't even play 9 players in a baseball game.
That's a
nigga just gonna be the pitcher. And second base.
Pitcher, second base, and outfield.
And 2 outfielders. Maybe 3 to be special. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna play 5 man. So yeah, like that has to change because here's what I think. If, like Mike Hale said, like you said earlier, there's a guy. They got a lot of guys like Precious Achua, right? Now or Chua, I think. Whatever.
Miles McBride.
Even Miles, he played a lot. Miles played a lot. Now Miles is one player that actually played.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he got hurt or some shit.
No, he didn't. He played every game. He played every. Well, I don't know about this season, but as far as playoffs,
in the playoffs, yeah, he played.
He played every game. Yeah, so
it was.
There's guys like I said, the Precious kid. There's so many other guys. There's so many other guys that they could have played. Like if you want to be a good team like a Boston, right? Here's what I tell niggas. The thing that I feel made the Warriors great in their earlier runs wasn't just because they had Clay and they had Steph and they had Draymond. Was because they had guys that you had no idea who the fuck.
You know who these people are.
Here's what I'm saying. Not even those guys. The Ian Clarks. You know what I mean? Like the Festus Ezelis. You know what I mean? Like guys like us, we know
playing their role.
You know, we know the Maurice Spates and the David West because those guys also came in and got titles. But like
the year when Space was on the team they lost.
No, Maurice has a title with
the Warriors. He was on the year first team?
He was on the first team? Yes, Maurice has a title with the Warriors. David West has a title with the Warriors. David Lee has a title. Guys like David Lee. Niggas forget. That white boy was cold. David Lee was cold. I'm talking Scandinavian iceberg. That nigga was nice, bro. That nigga was nicer than the bench. So it's guys like that when you gotta be able to stretch the bench, pause, and that's what helps your stars be able to step and come in, and he can rest 8 minutes in the third. We're up 15. Then he can just come in and close the fourth, right? But it's harder when Jalen Brunson has to play 40 minutes and he don't really get the rest, and Michael and Cat, and they're tired. And you're not going to the bench. Yeah. You're going to get smoked by a team that's going to the bench. Yeah. Neesmith, Newhart, these guys are coming.
It's crazy,
you know what I mean?
too, yeah, because the nigga at my job, he asked me, like, who you got when the Knicks first won. I seen him, he asked me, like, who you got in the next round? I said, I got the Knicks. Fuck you talking about? They way better than the Pacers. And then he said, nah, all jokes aside, bro, no lie. He told me the Pacers bench too deep, pause if necessary. And I said, nah, man, it don't matter. Can't nobody on the team stop Jalen Brunson. And them niggas got Cat. He too nice, and that shit was not enough.
Not enough.
That shit just was not enough.
Like you said, they even had Cameron Payne. Now I feel like Cameron Payne is no.
He haven't been playing in the season, so that nigga ain't really in no real rhythm.
But that's the point. At least when he was in Phoenix, he would come in and hit a few threes. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, Cameron Payne ended up with 15 and 6.
It's a totally different team.
You know what I'm saying? But here's in New York, if he gets those minutes, he can probably do same shit. So it's crazy. So I heard some shit, even speaking on the Knicks anyways, them niggas thinking about, I heard just rumors and speculation, we don't know for sure, but niggas thinking about getting rid of Cat. What you think?
I seen some rumors of that too.
Sending him to Milwaukee.
There in the media. I seen Phoenix. It's crazy. You seen
Milwaukee? I seen both.
Yeah, I seen Phoenix.
Because they said Phoenix is in rhythm for playing him up with Booker and getting a center.
And he would be like
either or. He could be a forward, and you could.
He a pink presence.
Just say that. Yeah.
But just say that. It's crazy. Nigga, you don't need to tell me about my vocabulary. Yeah, I got this shit under control.
I'll just say that, man. That shit warm as fuck.
Boy, the Knicks, I don't think they need to move Cat. Feel me? The only thing it is it's times where they just needed the rest. Like they could have won the game and they could have had the game won in the third quarter, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, shit like that, and they still out there. They just needed the rest. That was all it was. If you driving a car 100 miles per hour, it's gonna run out of gas faster than somebody driving 80.
For sure.
Feel me? Like that's just
mechanics.
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna happen.
Common sense.
Exactly. You gonna cover more ground going 100 miles per hour.
Oh, for
but
sure.
You're gonna stop faster.
Oh, for sure. Because you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired of driving 100 miles an hour.
No, nigga, your car mileage is just going to run out faster at 100 rather than at 80. Feel me? So that's all it is. And it's like when you get to the playoffs, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah,
it's a marathon. You got to be able to
withstand that.
Withstand the duration. Pause, because that was crazy. I didn't have no other way to say it. Just because you could go to a game 7, you could play 3 series going to a game 7 before you go to the finals. Feel me? So it's like
you're exhausted. Pause.
Yeah, you need reserves and shit like that to be able to relieve people when they need it. So I think Cat should stay. They about to get a new coach, so they're not gonna be running the same type of offense. Everybody's not gonna be playing the same type of minutes. The only person that's really probably gonna get the same minutes is Jalen Brunson, and that's because if a coach come in that just allowing him to do him, it's upstairs. He sees that what this formula that if Tibbs implemented this or if he implemented this by itself, the formula of I'm just gonna let y'all rock in the first half, halfway through the third, in the whole fourth quarter, y'all know what time it is. Feel me? Like give me the pill. I'm taking damn near every shot. Feel me? Like as long as they keep that strategy, if they keep that, It doesn't. If they, well, I mean to say, if they next coach implements that, as long as he's able to get the best that he can out of the other players, pause if necessary, then I feel like they could keep Cat because everybody's going to get the rest that's necessary for them to cover the mistakes that they was making because they just was making tired mistakes. Niggas fouling for no reason. Damn, I need a timeout. My coach won't call a timeout. He won't sub me out. Damn.
Just tired.
I need to stop the game.
That's really what I'm fouling.
Shit
I'm
like
fouling
that.
because I'm really just tired.
Exactly. I need to stop the game.
No,
Somebody go to the free throw line.
Coach, you like you wear me down.
So that's what I think. I don't think that they should trade Cat. I feel like at least they should try 1 year with a new coach. If they feel like they 1 year with a new coach it was too far gone with the new coach. Like it's not like we in the groove, we just one piece away. Like they make it to the conference finals for lose or something like that. Feel me? Like again, like if they make it again, but like they go to 7 rather than what they went to 6 this year.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. So instead of it going to 6, if they go to 7, then it's all. Like the games they win, it's locked in. Not from Vegas, from them locking the game in. Feel me? Like,
I know what you mean.
Getting like close games, they close it out. They win games at home, shit like that. As long as shit like that happen, then I feel like they should keep Cat because it fits. I'm not gonna lie. And New York got that nigga hooping different.
Yeah.
New York got that nigga hooping different. I told a lot of people that I know, Cat is gonna be hooping in parks. Cat is he a young nigga still.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
Still a young nigga,
yeah.
one and done. So he's younger than us, if I'm not mistaken.
Some shit like that.
So, all jokes aside,
I'm not saying
like
that.
he's
Some
younger
shit
than
like
us. So like that nigga gonna go to New York, go to the park. He gonna I always hear about New York parks. When I'm here on road trips, I don't get to go hoop. I live here now, so let me go see what the park like. And you see that nigga Winder because what he did, but. Tween, spin pass. That's park shit. Unless he was watching Mellow highlights.
I mean, yeah.
That's the only nigga that would have inspired that. So yeah, I think they should keep Cap, man, for real. All jokes aside, but finals.
He's from Jersey.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he from Jersey. I'm pretty sure he done caught the train in New York all types of times. He done go to New York. He probably done, I was about to say he probably done hooped that Gauchos. You can't be that good. You can't. All jokes aside, unless you just sheltered or like you don't know about nothing. If you from New York City and you make it to the A, you played in Gauchos or Riverside. Like, either one. That's a known fact for everybody that know about basketball. Especially if you from New York. So, yeah, that's just crazy. But before we get into the final shit, you got any offs since niggas done seen like some possible trades or like possible moves, possible pieces that people putting out their paws on the market? You got any like updated off season moves that you got some insight on? Because you know you got some.
The Oracle.
You got...
Listen, here's what I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all a few names to be on the market for. I got a few spots. I'm obviously gonna go with the big fish because the big fish is gonna be the first ones that need to go. Yeah. So I'm gonna hit you with a few Giannis possibilities. Now, in my prediction, Giannis has 4 teams to possibly go to. He has to make that decision. Other teams have to also understand when you get a player like Giannis or KD, maybe even if Chris Paul wants to leave. I did see Chris Paul might have wanted to go to LA. I did see that, and that wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad.
It would be great for a backup. He could definitely, he could definitely run backup. He would just have to come up the climb. But I think you would have to understand his minutes.
No matter where he goes,
his minutes wouldn't be dwindled. But here's the thing: if he was to go to LA? I mean, this is just. I'll get into it. Since we're into LA, I'll just start with Chris Paul. If he was to go to LA. He actually might start.
Before you said he's not a big fish, though. I do want to say that.
He's not. That's what I said.
Just because you said you was going to start off with big fish.
Yeah, and I started with Giannis, but I switched it up. But But
just so the fans don't crucify.
Yeah, I mean, he's not big fish, but it's still CP3. So
it's still CP Hall of Famer. You getting a Hall of Famer? Actually,
so he's still big
one-time Hall of Famer already. One of the two people that's active in the Hall of Fame.
Just yes, sir.
My favorite player too.
So for sure. So I'll say this: if he was to go to LA, you know what? He actually could start because I can tell you why. Him playing off ball with Luka playing off ball with him would be like Luka playing off ball with Brunson, Kyrie.
Yeah.
And if you even though CP is still old, he was just healthy all last season. Shout out
Played
CP.
all 82.
All 82.
Checked in all 82 games.
So if he can do that again, it's marvelous. But let's just say out of 82 games, he gives you 65. I'll take it. He's 43.
I was about to say, chill on my son. Chill on my son. He younger than Bron. Chill on my son. He might don't hoop like you, but he younger than Bron.
He for sure, and he's still effective.
He is.
So even he might even could come in and start. Yeah, he's older, so he might need to rest a little more, and that's fine. If you can get 5 minutes, just 5 to 6 productive minutes starting
first quarter
out of him, that's perfect. That's enough to set up the offense, enough to get the flow. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To get the momentum going, to get the flow, and then these sits you could bring in. Nah, this is where they have to get creative because I heard Austin Reeves also wants to.
Already on the market. He might be on the market.
He's on the market. He declined the option. He declined the option. He's a free agent. He's a free agent.
Why would do that? That was a bad decision, bro.
Money.
I was about to say, ain't no telling how he grew up. He might be a white boy from the hood. That nigga need the pesos.
And even if he not, a lot of these white people I learned. I went to school in Brockport, so a lot of niggas do that. I went to school with a lot of these niggas whose parents got bread, but they still have to. They tell their kids like, you gotta
work for it.
This my bread. You still broke. Like, I don't want you to get this shit confused. You are broke as fuck. Like you can't afford shit.
Stop playing, bro.
Go to work.
They be telling their kids that.
I'm not gonna put these niggas' names out there. But I went to school with these two kids, play lacrosse with them and all that. Yes, I played lacrosse. I went to school with them, played lacrosse with them. Their dad owned a construction company. He don't work for the construction. He owns it.
Yeah, this my shit.
Dumb, obviously dumb money. Niggas still had to get a job. Niggas still got to go to work. Still got to pay for your own car insurance. Still got to pay for your own car. I'll help you go and look for one.
I'll help you look for one that's crazy.
I'll give you a little money towards it, but this is gonna be your responsibility. Like,
nah, I definitely.
And I fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not niggas. Some of them niggas' parents was not the total.
There you go.
There you go.
Silver spoon.
I'm talking about niggas pulling up to school with Porsches, pulling up to this is when like we graduated in 2014, so this is when Camaros was like
the thing.
Niggas, 4 niggas in my school had a Camaro. Nigga, we are 16. We 16, 17. Niggas putting up in Camaros, BMWs, Mercedes. I'm like,
I don't know that.
Oh yeah, my dad's an oncologist.
Cheese buster,
right?
this motherfucker.
Like my dad's an oncologist. What the fuck is oncology? Like at the time I didn't have no. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the fuck oncology even fucking means. Like, bitches say that's an eye doctor. Like what the fuck? You say that's an eye doctor?
Shit.
Like oh yeah, so that shit just different. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Nah, yeah.
But like I said, that's the one move. Chris Paul to LA is a great move. Now I don't think that he goes to LA, but as far as the big fish, I'm telling you, KD is.
I don't think he going. Well, they got De'Aaron Fox. They got De'Aaron Fox and Stephen Castle. And the league is not
CP
about veterans.
CP is leaving.
Yeah, I think
CP is leaving.
See, that's why I can't like the
but
team that he on. CP
wants to win the ring, so it's not going to be no team that's not.
We need a ring. I'm not gonna lie.
Who the fuck is we?
You and Chris Paul? Fan code.
Oh, okay. I think I had to make sure. I'm like
CP fan code.
You didn't claim no team, and you just said we. I'm like. Nah, niggas don't know. This nigga team is the Clippers. Don't let him go and say no crazy. He's the Clippers.
He's not sure that Brooklyn shit.
Nah, he's trying to talk. I'm a Brooklyn fan. I've never seen this nigga a day in my life for 30 years. He has never played with Brooklyn. This nigga has never even wore a Brooklyn jersey. Nigga, this nigga don't even own a Brooklyn hat. So like,
I don't know no Clippers hats. I don't know no Clippers jersey.
Nigga been talking about Clippers since I've known this nigga. Nigga, you wanna know why? Because the Clippers been the best thing ever. Now, I mean, even though this nigga used to wear
CP.
This nigga used to be the. I mean, he did used to wear Sixers uniforms and shit.
Nah, uniforms.
Stackhouse jersey.
I just had the shorts to go with it. Don't violate me.
Niggas had the Stackhouse jersey. He should check in the game. I'm sure my son should check in with the Stackhouse.
Yo, speaking of jersey, this was a story I've been thinking about this shit. I thought maybe I'll never share it, but we talk about jersey, so I got to. I'm not even gonna lie. I got to. Word 2 on everything I love, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I was very young at this time, so the memory that I have now is a little foggy. But word 2, bro. I had a Sixers jersey, the black one with the white and blue decals, the white and blue emblem on it. AI, number 3, bro. I had this shit when I was probably like, I lived on post when I was in 2nd grade. So I had to be like 5 to 6 years old. Stitch AI jersey, bro. I wore this shit like 2 times. 3rd time I wore it outside to play. Pause, if necessary.
Nigga, what? You wore it outside to play? What the fuck?
I just gotta. You know the niggas we be around.
Nah, I know. That don't even remotely sound like a pause.
But
continue your story.
I ended up getting hot as shit while I was outside. I left the shit outside. Went in the house with just a white tee on. Left the Stitch AI jersey outside.
Came back?
I was hurt, bruh.
What happened when you came back?
Exactly what you think happened. That shit was not there. I was looking at a patch of grass. I looked at nothing at all when I was right there, bro.
Like yesterday.
That shit was out of here, bruh. I was so hurt, bruh. I was so hurt.
I'm hurt for you.
I was hurting, bro. I did not get to wear that shit a lot of times, bro.
I'm hurting for you.
I did not get to wear that shit as much as I'd have wanted to. For sure. That shit had me sad, man.
I'm sad for you, nigga. I'm not even gonna lie. But let me ask you this. If Giannis was to leave, get into this big fish shit, where would you think he goes?
Giannis leave. Truthfully, I'm gonna give you 3 options on where I think Giannis would go. I don't think he should leave, to be honest. I think they should trade Dame instead. They should trade Dame. It doesn't. I don't care where they trade him. They should trade Dame for whatever they think is the closest to Drew Holiday.
You know what I said? You know
whatever they think is, or try to get Drew Holiday back.
I got a great trade for that.
But to try to get Drew Holiday back, I don't think they should trade Giannis though. But if Giannis,
trade for that.
What is it?
If you wanted to trade Dame, you could just so happen if you LA, you're the Lakers. You just so happen to be able to get Dame for Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura. Pick or some shit. Maybe even a Gabe Vincent. Fuck it. We'll give you a Gabe Vincent. We'll give you a Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, and maybe a pick. But we want Dame and Brook Lopez.
You want Brook Lopez in every trade.
We need a center. A lot of teams need a center. The Warriors, they need a center. They feel like they need a true 5. They feel like Kevon Looney isn't. Hey, Brook Lopez is the leading scorer in Nets history. In points, so let's not get this shit confused when it comes to Brook the Cook Lopez.
Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, nigga, New Jersey, Brooklyn, no matter. He played on both teams. You can literally Google that nigga in a New Jersey Nets jersey. Like that nigga played on both teams. He's the leading scorer in Brooklyn history. Like in New Jersey history, as far as the Nets goes, he's the leading scorers in Nets history. Like, they don't have Vince Carter. They don't have.
How much he got?
If I'm not mistaken, he has over 20,000. I think he has.
In the Nets jersey?
Yes.
That must have been the first team he played for.
I think so. I think so. Let's look. Let's look it up. But I think that Giannis. I think if I'm Giannis, and here's a go. We didn't talk about it. Giannis goes to Toronto. They have Brandon Ingram. They have Jakob Porto. They have R.J. Barrett. Now here's the problem. If I'm trading you for Giannis, I'm gonna gut you like a fish. So I'm gonna want either Brandon Ingram or I'm gonna want R.J. Barrett, Jakob Porto, Emmanuel Quickly.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Toronto, I would, if they asking for RJ or Brandon Ingram, I would probably trade Brandon Ingram. Simply because RJ Barrett could go, he's 10,000. Not 20. Okay. Brook Lopez, 10,000.
10,444
points for the Nets. He probably played for the longest too. If he got drafted, then he probably played.
Crazy.
But what I was about to say, yeah, I would trade Brandon Ingram because RJ Barrett is more of a point forward than Brandon Ingram is. So I would just trade Brandon Ingram. Shit, I just got him in the trade. Not fuck him because I fuck with Brandon Ingram, but I'm just talking as Toronto. Fuck him. We just got him.
But Giannis wants to play with another superstar. That Giannis has stressed that. So the other superstar is not RJ Barrett.
Brandon Ingram not a superstar.
But he's an all-star. But here's my thing. Would you rather play would you rather play on a team alongside with RJ Barrett or Brandon Ingram? I'm asking you personally. I'm asking you personally. If you're Giannis,
as Giannis,
and you would look at your options and you would say, okay, I got to give up one of these guys, and there's RJ Barrett and there's Brandon Ingram, who the fuck is leaving?
If I'm Giannis,
I want to your thoughts.
If I'm Giannis, this is what I would be thinking. Even though
one or two.
Let me ask you this: who is Toronto? I don't know. Is it who Toronto point guard?
Emmanuel Quickly.
That's a starting point guard.
Yes. Thank you. My point.
Well, he don't care. He don't care.
Has to go.
He don't care.
RJ has to go.
He ain't. This is what I was.
RJ has to go, and Dame has to come with me.
You gotta leave Dame behind. Bro.
Yeah, but I'm not going to team up with Emmanuel Quickly.
But this is why he needs to team up with Emmanuel Quickly. That's gonna be in my explanation. If I'm Yanni, Emmanuel Quickly is the point guard. I don't think he wants to shoot. Am I wrong? Mm-hmm. He doesn't really want to shoot. He wants to shoot. If the point guard wants to shoot and I'm Giannis, I'm not going there.
He's like a low budget Tyrese Maxey.
I'm not going. Oh yeah, I'm not going there.
But he's not he can score. That's the problem. He can get you 13.
Maxey could get 30 at any minute.
I said low budget. He can get you 13 and 7 a game. Like 7 is a stretch. He can average 13 to 6 as the point guard.
No. That's just what I'm telling you. I'm
just telling you.
If I'm Giannis, this is what I'm
But thinking. You asked, I'm just telling you. That's the type of player man quickly is.
Okay, I understand it. But like I said, if I'm Giannis, the point guard on my team needs to pass me the ball. Because that's how he won his chip. The point guard on his team was passing him the ball.
But playing defense as well.
But at least the point guard need to be passing me the ball.
But
I'm not going to no team that the point guard want to shoot.
But let's be for real. I gotta also point out, Drew Holiday also did have a few 20-point games in that finals.
20-point games gonna happen. with everybody in the league. Feel me? You gonna get 20 at some point.
So
we
your
all
point
here.
guard, if you Giannis and what you're saying is true, is your point guard? You win the game. You win in 6, and your point guard scored 20 in 2 of those. Is that a problem for you?
You said if we win the championship in
games,
6,
but he scored 20 in 2 of those games. Is that a problem for you?
No, because if I'm Giannis in the finals, I'm doing shit like I did last time. I'm getting a 50 one of these games. One of these games, I'm getting 50. Yeah. You feel me? So it doesn't matter. Nigga, if you get 20, that's good. I was tired this game. Yeah, fuck you mean, bitch? I was tired. We had that travel. I called my Tinder. I'm from Greece. I'm still getting used to these American teams. You feel me? I called my Tinder. We was on the flight. She did me filthy, trying to get me to sell for them. Feel me? And yeah, you came through. I appreciate that, my nigga. That's why if you get the Finals MVP, I'm not gonna be mad.
I feel like Giannis doesn't go to the. I don't think Toronto's a team, but I do think, God forbid, let's just say we entertain the thought of Cat to Giannis. If I'm Minnesota,
Cat for Giannis?
Yeah, because I've seen that. If I seen that Cat to Giannis, here's what I kind of would work, but would be different. Fuck Giannis. For Cat, it gives him now his own team. Milwaukee is now his team.
Is he back in Minnesota before Jimmy Butler?
Exactly. So
what
now,
was they doing?
They were winning, but they weren't making the playoffs. But they were winning.
They didn't start making the playoffs till Jimmy Butler and T.
Yeah, for sure. But here's the thing. You got to think about a trade. This is where you get more than just Cat. Cat is the only thing getting. So if I'm Minnesota, if I'm Milwaukee, of course I gotta get something. This is Giannis.
Yeah.
So I want Cat, but I also want Michael.
Nah.
Yeah.
I say you leave Michael.
I'm not gonna take Josh Hart. And a lot of people are like,
that's who you really want to get.
I want Josh. I would want to leave Josh and give me Michael. I love.
You're gonna get Michael. Tell him go back to your old shit. Go back to your old shot.
Now what we have is Michael in Brooklyn. What we have now is Michael being able to do what Michael can do. He's not gonna have to play 4 billion minutes. Neither is Cat. We got a coach that's not gonna run you to the ground, right? We just gonna let you do.
Need to make the playoffs.
That's it. We gonna do what you do, and so if you can give me Cat, listen, this is without trading Dame. So we can keep Dame and say, hey, listen, just hold on. We're gonna give you some. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Dame, you got Cat, and you got Michael. Now I get rid of. You gotta get rid of somebody. But then I also might even ask for Mitchell Robinson. Because I'm going to give you Giannis, Brook Lopez. Yes, sir. You gonna give me? He
want Brook Lopez the fuck out of Milwaukee. That's the conclusion that I came to.
I want Brook Lopez to get another ring.
Brook Lopez need to get out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, Brooke.
That's what it is.
Brooke, I want you to get another ring.
He wants Brook Lopez out of Milwaukee.
Absolutely, Brooke.
As a Milwaukee undercover fan.
Brooke, I want you to get 2 rings. I want you.
Oh, you're a Brook Lopez fan.
I fuck with Brooke. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You fucking with Brook Lopez, not Milwaukee.
Yeah. I fuck with Brooke. I really.
You saying Brook Lopez?
Yeah, Brooke.
Run for the door.
Get out of there.
Run for
Pick your shit up and go. Get out of there! I fuck with Brook the Cook Lopez. I gave him that nickname. Brook the fucking Cook Lopez, man. Because if you let him go off, he gonna chef something up real special for you. You know what I'm saying? The fettuccine with the shrimp Alfredo noodles. Let's
Brook
get to it.
Cook Lopez.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga is gonna make eggplant parmesan. That nigga nice.
I need that nigga to cook a meal for Gordon. Dude.
I fuck with that nigga.
I need to see Gordon should let him chef up. I need Gordon to watch him chef up.
Listen, he gonna do it. I need Brook to get out of there, but listen, that's a great trade. So now if I'm Milwaukee, I bring in a lot of young players, Cat, Mitchell Robinson, and Michael, and then we got old ass Dame, but Dame done been in the playoffs, so he gonna be the vet. We still retain guys like Bobby Porter. I ain't give a Bobby Porter.
That's the great idea.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what you didn't give up that's still there?
Create Trent Dream.
Kyle Kuzma.
Well, we're going to send
Get Kuzma. That nigga the fuck out.
We're going to send Kuzma to China. Doesn't matter. We're going to send Kuzma to China. So that shit doesn't matter.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But here's why you don't. Here's why you don't trade Kuzma. Because now, not in that deal. Because then you can send Kuzma and Gary Trent Jr. on a small package deal to. He said, shit. Kyle Kuzma, Dame Lillard.
Dame was in the Avery?
Nope, he wasn't. I left him out. Left him a cat. I left him out. So
for that. Yeah.
So now I give you Dame. I'm gonna give you Gary Trent Jr. and I'm gonna give you Kuzma. Give me LaMelo and Miles Bridges. Now I can get LaMelo, Cat.
I'm not gonna lie. LaMelo and Giannis probably can't play on the same team.
Again, we traded Giannis to New York. He's in New York.
Oh yeah,
Giannis is now in New York.
Oh yeah.
Now Giannis is gone. He's in New York.
That was the trade for Cat, right?
He's doing his thing. Now I got LaMelo, Cat, Mikal, Miles.
LaMelo and Cat. LaMelo and Cat.
Bro, go stupid. That shit would go stupid.
It's the only thing. Can they afford that shit? That's the only thing.
Why not? We're giving you Dame. We're giving you who's on a hefty contract. Who's on a very hefty contract. So I mean,
Dame, man, yeah. Niggas offloaded Dame,
you know what I'm saying? So
I guess you can.
Dame and Kuzma's also on a very healthy contract. So we just got rid of at least $80 million right there between two niggas. And then we just threw you Gary Trent. We just threw you a nigga. We just didn't have him. You want extra plate? You want extra? You want a salad with Jamil?
Chinette?
You know what I'm saying? You want some salad with Jamil?
Because of Chinette dishes.
So we just gave you that nigga. So, and then we give you an opportunity because LaMelo needs to leave. LaMelo's gone. LaMelo this season. LaMelo's gone. LaMelo needs to leave.
Unless he's
going to the Clippers.
Unless they do.
He's going to the Clippers.
I'm going back home. Don't put that on us. We don't need LaMelo.
If LaMelo goes to the Clippers, I'm going to LA. If LaMelo goes to the Clippers, I gotta see a Clippers game.
We don't need LaMelo. I'm going back home. As of what's today's date?
LaMelo to the Clippers might win a ring. LaMelo and Kawhi. Kawhi can set up as many games as you want. Just get ready to. We'll get you to the playoffs. You gonna be ready to play.
But listen to this. June 3rd. It's on camera and everything. From today till eternity, once this body turns back into ashes, dust to dust type shit, soil. Trick the cameraman. I'm not gonna announce my aliases. Every name that everybody else know me by. You keep throwing it. You keep putting this stigma on me, so I'm just gonna rock with it. Fuck it. I'm a Clipper fan. If we saw it, I'm gonna say this. If we so happen to get LaMelo Ball, I'm going back home. If we so happen to get LaMelo Ball, I'm going back home. Feel me? If that, there's no way that shit gonna happen. Feel me?
I'm just saying.
But if that shit so happens to happen, I'll be back home. I'll be home.
Title.
Cause I won't say title.
Zubac, LaMelo, Paul George. If you retain Paul George will definitely.
Paul George don't play for the Clippers.
Oh, he don't. Fuck him. I forgot he played for the Sixers, man. Fuck him. Paul. Oh, fuck. I keep saying it.
Kawhi.
James
Harden.
James Harden gonna have to play the two.
James Harden ain't gonna care because he's gonna be getting a whole lot of open jump shots.
I'm gonna trade that nigga either or.
James Harden not going. Well, he don't got a no trade clause, so he don't got a choice. But that nigga don't want to go to Charlotte.
Fuck James Harden. He's gotta go. Hey, it's LaMelo. He's going. If I gotta give you James Harden.
This the future. This Steve Ballmer too. This ain't Donald Sterling. This Steve Ballmer.
So if I gotta give you.
This the future. Like I said.
Nigga, if I gotta give you Norman Powell,
he don't play.
Shit like that.
He don't even play.
Shit like that. If I gotta give you Norman Powell, James Harden.
Norman Powell? Why would you trade Norman Powell? That's the perfect two guy for LaMelo.
Well, you get LaMelo. That's the problem. Shit ain't gonna be cheap, nigga. That's the
James Harden ain't cheap.
It's LaMelo, nigga. Like I get it. It's James. It's LaMelo. What James has done, LaMelo is gonna do that and some. LaMelo is actually gonna win the ring. He's not. LaMelo's gonna.
James Harden in the ring.
No, LaMelo. I promise you, on this day, June 3rd, LaMelo will win the ring. June 3rd, 2025. I'm telling you. Before LaMelo retires, he's gonna win a ring. LaMelo actually is the perfect point guard to play alongside LeBron.
Yeah, That is true because LeBron like to play fast and he could just be in transition.
What? Nigga,
he could be in transition. Well, I don't know if he like back and forth.
LaMelo, Luka, and Bron. Title.
Well, I won't be going to the Lakers because that was never my squad.
Nah, but I'm just saying, LaMelo, Luka, Bron. I'll play the 5. Fuck it.
Niggas gonna have this. They gonna be like, niggas gonna be on TV like, where the matchup at? Gonna be behind you, man. Nigga gonna be like, fuck the matchup at? Nigga just gonna have his hand though. Swing it. Got a baby on me. Let the fans know how tall you is, so they know I'm not on no bullshit.
Like 5'9", it don't make a difference. Fuck it.
Exactly. Imagine got a Zubac.
He's fool. I'm Pat Beverly all day.
But he's 6'10" at the shortest.
That doesn't make a difference, bro. He's not.
When that nigga put his arm up, when that nigga put his arm up, that shit 8'4".
Bro, when he think he gonna score? I'm gonna take his knees up.
Oh, you tired?
Yeah, fuck you doing? I'm talking like he gonna try to back me down. First bump, I'm there. Second bump, I'm there. Third bump, I'm moving out the way. Travel.
Pulling the chair out there.
Nigga, what? Travel. Yeah, he travel. You know what I'm saying? Give me that shit. Pause. Give me the ball, pussy. Get out the way. I'm gonna learn this language and tell a nigga move. Fuck, nigga. Fuck out the way, nigga. And then I'm gonna inbound the ball to Brian and we going on to win the title.